Unreal Engine 5 brings two key features which stand to radically improve the realism of both 3D geometry and lighting. While the features aren't yet fully optimized for VR, early developer experiments are showing impressive results. Unreal Engine 5 launched earlier this year, but unfortunately its two new key features, Lumen for global illumination lighting and Nanite for microgeometry, weren't supported for VR out of the gate. However, Epic has been working on subsequent versions of Unreal Engine 5, and though they aren't ready for a full release yet, preview builds of Unreal Engine 5.1 and 5.2 show that Lumen and Nanite have gained initial support for VR. And while there's still likely progress to be made to fully optimize the features for the level of performance required by VR headsets, developers have begun experimenting with Lumen and Nanite in VR and the results are already quite striking. One such example comes from Twitter users Heroian, which dropped themselves into a cave full of richly detailed objects and a flashlight to light up the space. While many Lumen demos have focused on showing crazy glowing balls and highly reflective surfaces, as a clear example of what Lumen actually does, it's actually this much more subtle use of the technologies that, to me, anyway, looks the most convincing from a realism standpoint. The thing that really makes this scene stand out is the interplay between the highly detailed geometry and the lighting. VR really benefits from more detailed geometry not only because the stereoscopic view makes it readily apparent when small geometric details are actually faked, using tricks like normal mapping, but also because it's so much easier and more common to get really close to objects when you're playing in VR. Not only can you pick stuff up and hold it right up to your face, you can lean your head infinitely close to any surface. Thanks to Nanite, which essentially functions like a continuous load system that draws detail from the original master 3D model, the tiny surface details on the rocks and wood really stand out, especially because they're real in terms of stereoscopic depth. And thanks to that, the Lumen lighting system properly catches all of those small surface details and shines on them in a very convincing way that also subtly lights up the rest of the scene without pushing reflections to unrealistic levels simply for demonstration purposes. While it will be awesome when this level of detail is possible on a basic VR-ready PC, that might not happen for some time. Heroian says this demonstration was running on NVIDIA's RTX 3090, one of the highest-end GPUs the company makes.
Someone, anyone, please help!